It is my honor today to have the guests that we have. Sharon and her husband Michael have been personal mentors to my daughter and I at a time when we needed it most, and they generously gave of themselves. And Sharon wrote the foreword to our book, The Flip Flop CEO. And I just am, I have so much respect for you, Sharon. Um, I also believe that you are absolutely the guru of financial literacy. And whenever I share network marketing with anyone, I always begin by talking about the concept of trading time for money versus working for freedom. And I think that it is just appalling that that concept is not taught in school, that our society is not more aware of that. But I just love all of the books that you've written. They're all such valuable resources for people in our profession. So I'm going to start out by reading your bio. Sharon Lechter is internationally recognized as a financial literacy expert, keynote speaker, and business mentor. She is a New York Times best-selling author, successful entrepreneur, philanthropist. I knew I was going to stumble on that word. Um, and has enjoyed a 35-year career as a licensed CPA. She has advised 2 US presidents on the topic of financial literacy. Sharon co-authored the international bestseller Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and 14 other books in the Rich Dad series. In 2008, when the economy crashed, she was asked by the Napoleon Hill Foundation to help re-energize the teachings of Napoleon Hill. Her best-selling books with the foundation include 3 Feet from Gold, Outwitting the Devil, and Think and Grow Rich for Women, and Success and Something Greater. She is also featured in the movie Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy, and on the national television series World's Greatest Motivators. Sharon is currently launching her newest title, and I see it in the background there, Exit Rich, to support entrepreneurs in building value and scalability in their businesses so they can be in the position of greatest potential. Thank you so much, Sharon, for being with us today.
It's my pleasure, Janine, and we are so proud for and of you. What an incredible contribution you've made to folks around yourself, as well as giving them the opportunity to see how to create a brighter future. So you are fantastic.
Thank you.
I suppose I'm like many of our listeners, where I remember the moment in time through, I think, an audio cassette in my car, which dates me a little bit, where I first heard the concept of the cash flow quadrant. And it was a game changer for me, life changing. And if you're on this listening and you don't know what I'm talking about, well, we're going to unpack it just a little bit here, but you must run and go get the title of these books, especially what Sharon's going to share about the cash flow quadrant. It changed my whole perspective of how to create wealth and how to create money versus what I thought I'd been taught in school, or maybe heard from generations of adults. So I appreciate, yes, you're holding up the cash flow quadrant. It is such a game changer. And Sharon, we all have you to thank for that. So thank you so much for teaching us. Your work lives on and on and on. I can't even tell you, there's not even a presentation that I ever do without including a reference to the cash flow quadrant, and the games and the books and all the things to help educate my kids and those that I'm supporting and working with. So would you just tell everybody a little bit about what am I talking about? What is the cash flow quadrant?
Well, thank you, Laura, and I appreciate that, Janine. The cash flow quadrant really talks about how we make money, but it's also, more importantly, our mindset about money. And so it was the second book that I wrote in the Rich Dad series, Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. But for those of you that are watching, this is what it looks like. For those of you that are listening, it really is on the left side of the quadrant is employee and self-employed. And that's what school teaches us. And that's us getting out of bed every morning. So there's only so many days in the week, so many hours in the day. But I help people understand the power of the right side of the cash flow quadrant, owning businesses, building businesses, buying businesses, and I for investing, having your money working for you. So on the right side of the quadrant, that's where you learn by working together with others, that power of association. Assets, my favorite word on earth, assets. And as Janine knows, assets are sexy, right? So we want to help you build assets that move you to the right side of the quadrant, because this is where your income potential is infinite. On the left side, there's only so many hours in the day, so your income potential is finite. So it's okay I still make money out of all four quadrants. I'm an employee of my own company. I get paid for speaking. I do mentoring one-on-one, so that's in the S. But my husband and I make far more money on the right side of the quadrant as investors and as business owners. And those investments and businesses become economic engines, and they're assets that are sitting there making money for us. And too many people who think they own a business really own a job. So I want to open their eyes and help them take that job and turn it into a true economic engine, a business that can generate revenue for them.
And I love in the book, The Business School for People Who Like Helping People. In that book in particular, I know that you all talk about the fact that network marketing falls into that big business category. What are some of the options that people have that you recommend for generating ongoing income, and how do you think they compare to network marketing, or what are your thoughts about network marketing?
Well, thank you, Janine. I think network marketing is a fantastic industry if you do your homework and you make sure you understand what the company is providing to you, both as products, as mentorship, as economic models. And it's a great way. Let's think of you can buy and build real estate and it become an asset generating income. You can start a business on your own from the ground up. All right. So it's a lot of hard work, but it's yours and you own it. You can buy a franchise, which is usually pretty expensive, but it is a proven system. Now, if you were an entrepreneur, you might get a little trouble, but in a franchise, you're buying say a McDonald's, right? You're buying the franchise. So everything is to be done the way that the system was created. But the price of entry is pretty steep, pretty high. Now, network marketing comes along and they take the benefits of franchising. They've got the systems, the back office systems. Now, 20 years ago, you still had garages full of product, not anymore because of the internet and the opportunity of streamlining those systems. You have the ability for a low entry cost to tie into a proven business model that allows you to build your wealth and to share it with other people. And in doing that, you can create this opportunity for having residual income. And that's the beauty and the benefit of network marketing. And again, it's not an overnight success, all right? And I know that you ladies will be the first ones to agree. You've got to put in the time and the energy and the effort. But what's beautiful about most of the companies is they have tremendous amount of mentorship available, tremendous amount of suggestions on how things work successfully. So you follow those pathways and you can build yourself a successful passive income stream.
I love what you're talking about here and what a difference that it's made in my life and the others. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts of, I like that you said it from the beginning that you are earning from all four quadrants. And this year, this season in particular, we have all come to appreciate the importance of diversifying your streams of income and having more than one stream of income. I find that people that only had one stream of income, and typically those that, and being an employee, or even unfortunately some business owners, if that was their only stream of income this past season, they've been hit the hardest because they didn't have anything to fall back on or anything that was creating income for them. I love the phrase economic engine that you shared there. So how would somebody go about determining what would be the right options for them? And if, for example, a network marketing business would be the right option for them?
Well, I think I always start with my personal success equation, which is in my book, 3 Feet from Gold, the first book that I did with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. And it's really your passion and your talent, all right? And most of us stop there. We think we have to do everything on our own. Now, your passion can be your business, or your business can fuel your passion, all right? I have a friend who just sold his company, and his company made cardboard boxes. He's a billionaire now. His passion wasn't cardboard boxes, but he loved the game of business, and it fuels his passion. So he can fly all over the world and hunt and do fun things. So your passion and your talent times the power of association. All right. So network marketing builds in those associations for you. That power of association is what I can attribute all of my success to. When I started the talking children's book industry, people, this is back in the 80s, it was electronics. They didn't know us. And so we aligned with Disney, Warner Brothers, Sesame Street, Marvel Comics, and that gave us instant credibility. That power of association is so strong, and it's built into the network marketing model. And then taking action, right? Too many people want the easy button, the easy answer. You have to put in the time, energy, and effort, and then having faith and confidence in yourself. And that faith and confidence comes from having the right people around you. And too many people get really, really quiet and hide away when they're based in fear. That F instead of faith, it's fear. And fear either paralyzes you or motivates. And so, to answer your question, when you have one single revenue of income and it goes away, it hurts. And so it's important to say, how can I buy, build, or create income producing assets that will help me get through the tough times? And so you may have a rental real estate property, you may have paper assets, you may have another business you're invested in. Well, when one goes down, the others step up and support you through that process. And so at the very beginning, you start thinking about it, there's nothing wrong with being an employee, right? It's just a lot of your time that's dedicated to making someone else rich. And that's okay, because it's not what you do for your paycheck that's important, it's what you do with your paycheck. Are you letting that money flow through your fingers? Or are you taking that salary that you're getting and reinvesting it in yourself and your future? That's the element that I want you to think about.
I love that. It's not what you do for your paycheck, it's what you do with your paycheck that matters. I love that because I run into a lot people that might be working in a job but they're also building something else, one of these economic engines, and they feel guilty about working for a job. And I explained to them that that's okay. You can do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do more full time. And that's nothing to feel ashamed or guilty about. So I love that it's not what you do for your paycheck, but what you do with it that matters. What do you encounter as people's opinions about network marketing? Have you encountered any negativity about network marketing, and what's the most common misconception that you hear?
Well, absolutely, certainly. There's a lot of the pyramid scheme, you're beating up all your friends, all of that negativity is there. And a lot of it is from people who are jealous, right? They see that you're doing something positive and they're not. And so they want to pull you back. And so you have to almost put a cone of protection. As long as you are living in integrity and sharing what you have, and when you know what you can offer, improve someone else's life, then by sharing that, you're giving of yourself, whether they say yes or no. And obviously, one of the greatest tools that you need to learn in network marketing is how to overcome objections, or how to understand that a no doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're not ready yet. And so you continue getting the no's until you get the yes. But there is obviously still an overall overcast of a negative perception of network marketing by a lot of people. And that's why a lot of companies don't like to be called network marketing. But it's the issue is understanding that you are providing a service or products that can help people in their lives. And if you can get defeated by somebody asking you or saying something negative, then you're probably not in the right industry, because that's one of the first things that you need to learn is how that not everybody wants it. Now, a lot of people, a lot of companies, in fact, almost all of them until a few years ago, was you write down your 50 closest people or write down your 100 closest people. And that's your first step. You got to go after those people. And they still, most of them still say that. But with today's online opportunities, there are ways for you to also spread the word and bring other people into your systems. So it makes it a little less confrontational with family and friends.
Mm.
I love that you brought up the issue that a lot of network marketing companies are trying to get more creative with what we call ourselves. And I'd love to hear your opinion about that.
Well, there's the direct sales, there's direct to consumer, there's a lot of different taglines that can be used. And I understand why they would want to change their name. There's one financial services company I spoke at, and for heaven's sake, I used the term network marketing in validating who they were. And they were like, we're not network marketing. It's pretty funny. But so it is, whatever label you put on it, the issue is the system something that can help people? And that's really their desire, is to get past the bad label to the real product and service. And so I'm not quite sure what your particular label these days are that you like for the industry. Direct selling industry is certainly the overall brand on a national basis or international basis, but network marketing, direct to consumer, lots of different ones that I've heard.
Yeah, social selling. We really are coming up with some prettier names for this, but the challenge is that, and I've actually run into some network marketing companies that say they're not network marketing companies. So that's a whole different path that we could go down. So of all the different ways there are to create residual income, what would you say is the main appeal about network marketing?
Well, I think that the ability to get into it without having to have a resume, in essence, educational resume, the ability to get into it for a low cost of entry, the ability to have built-in mentors who are there to support you in building your business, are very, the low cost entry and having mentors, and the built-in education that most network marketing companies offer is invaluable to help you. And understand that you've got to put in the work. You got to put in the dedication, and that's one stream of income. I still want you to say, what are you going to do with that income? I know a lot of people who've been successful in network marketing who took all the money they made and made themselves look good with big houses and cars and planes, and all of a sudden, there was a downturn in their business and they had nothing to fall back on. And so I encourage all of you, if you're in the network marketing industry, to think about what it is you're doing with the cash flow you're getting from your business to make sure that you're building a stronger foundation for your family so that you do have multiple streams of income.
That's such a great point. I think that can happen a lot. I think the other challenge with our business is that we highlight the people that are the rock stars, if you will, at the top of the company that are making millions a year, and we don't emphasize enough the people that are making. Everybody doesn't have the same goals with network marketing, and some people, if they could just replace their corporate income, they would be happy. So, but I think what you referred to happens more times than it should.
Well, and I think there's probably a lot of families out there that would look at it as a goal. If they could add an extra $1,000 of income to their family a month, it would be a huge relief. And so, the issue is setting up your own personal goals as to what it is you want to accomplish.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about Exit Rich. I'd love to know what you are working on.
Well, thank you so much. Exit Rich is a book that I'm very excited about. It's coming out this year, and Inc. magazine has picked it up under their imprint. So that's even more excited when I talk about power of association. It talks about the 6P method to build and sell your business. As an investor or as a business owner, it talks about you don't build a house without going down first. And so most people don't build in the foundational structure of their business, whether it be network marketing, whether it be real estate, whether it be selling spare parts. It's a business. And so you have to understand the legal aspect. You have to understand the processes, the business systems. Like for network marketing, you've got the processes in there, right? And you have the proprietary, what you know right here, all right? And so Janine, you have your network marketing business, but you also have your book, which provides you an additional stream. You have other investments. That's what we want to support people do, that proprietary piece. that book that you wrote takes your brilliance out of here and puts it in a tangible form that people can access 24/7, and you get paid. It's a beautiful thing. And so understanding how to build the value in your life and in your business through people, all right, the people in your circle, your mentors, the people that work with you, the product, what is your product or service, right? Then the processes, those systems that are so important so that it can truly become an economic engine that allows you to be scalable. And then the proprietary, what is it that's unique to you that adds that intrinsic value, that intangible assets that adds value to your overall company. And then your patrons, the people that are in your database, your network, the people that you're serving, they add incredible value to your business. And then of course, profits. Too many people just focus on the product and the profits and don't understand to truly build the value, you got to take care of the processes and the proprietary, and as well as the database.
Wow, I love it.
So yeah, I'm very excited about it. My co-author is the top female business broker in the country. And so she talks about specific tactics, and I talk about the overall strategies from the aspect of a mentor, advisor, and an investor. So if you might have a lot of money you're making out of network marketing, but you want to invest in another company, this is a great tool to go through this, to analyze that company, do your due diligence to say, are they checking all the boxes to build that valuation? Because the goal of Exit Rich is to help people take their successful company and make them sustainable, scalable, and saleable. And so I have books right now. I'm actually kind of an advanced opportunity for your readers and your listeners, your viewers. If you go to exitrichbook.com, exitrichbook.com/buy, you can get an advanced copy before they're going to be available to the general public. So exitrichbook.com/buy.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm excited.
That is so exciting. We'll be sure to put that link in the notes as well so that you can find that book and all the materials that Sharon has produced to help you with your financial literacy. So as we're wrapping up with just the last couple of questions here, what advice would you give to someone that is either in a network marketing business or someone that's considering getting into a network marketing business?
Well, I think at the end of the day, think about the value of successful businesses solve a problem or serve a need. So, and I hopefully won't go against the grain here. Don't be involved in a network marketing company unless you truly believe in the product that's being offered, because that drives that passion. If you truly know that you don't do it just because you want the money, because that's the wrong message. But if you truly believe in the product, you truly believe that it can support you and help you, then you're going to believe that it supports and helps the people you talk to about it. And so when you're looking at it, and the beautiful thing about network marketing is you can do that in addition to other things. It's not something that you have to only concentrate on that. You can become a real estate investor. You can do other things and own other businesses. But in network marketing, it gives you the opportunity to scale. And you can do it 5 hours a week, you can do it 80 hours a week, but you're the one that's driving it. You're the CEO of your life. Wherever you are today is as a result of the choices you made before today. If you want something different out of life, you want something more out of life, simply start making different choices today. And the network marketing gives you an option that allows you to get into something very quickly, a proven success model, and an opportunity to learn as well as to make money while you're learning and while you're expanding your business.
That is so good. I am taking note of some of those quotes. That is so powerful, Sharon. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your time with us today. We like to wrap up with just sort of a fun, get to know you a little bit better questions, where first, we would love to know, what is something in your life these days that's making your life easier, or maybe you're enjoying and you're loving? It could be a book, a recipe, a gadget, whatever. And then the last question is, we love to spotlight that I find this business of network marketing in large part attracts people that are interested in giving back. We generate to be generous, and we'd love to hear what type of causes you're supporting these days. So what's something you love, and what's a cause that you love?
Well, thank you so much. We're actually getting ready. I've got my car halfway packed. We own a ranch here in Arizona called the Cherry Creek Lodge. You can check it out at cherrycreeklodge.com. It's a little piece of heaven out in the middle of the Tonto National Forest. It's completely off the grid, all solar power, our own well water. We have a lake that's stocked full of fish and horseback riding, ATVs, a shooting range. And it's a great place to just go relax, recharge, and reinvigorate your mind. So we get up there as much as we can. It's a guest ranch, so it's open to the public. You can take a family up there. You can do a retreat. We've had business retreats up there. We do that regularly. And so that's our little piece of sanity and getting away. So that's what I love to do. I love to write. So that's another place I love to do that, as well as over at the ocean. And then your last question was, what was the last question?
What you give back to, what you're enjoying giving to.
My heart, yes. We are very involved in quite a few organizations, but I'm on the national board for Child Help, which is the largest organization for the prevention and treatment of child abuse. And we've had a tremendous increase in calls to our hotline. We sponsor the Speak Up, Be Safe program in schools all over the world. We are the hotline for child abuse, 1-800 for a child. We have residential treatment facilities and advocacy centers across the country to help children and to really put smiles back on their faces. So I'm very proud of Child Help. And you can find out more about it by going to childhelp.org. I started my own foundation called the Economic Empowerment Foundation, where we raise money to help do financial literacy programs in inner city schools for women's organizations to support people finding the tools they need to improve their financial lives.
Oh, that is so good. Thank you for sharing that. And I'll be sure to put all of those things in the show notes as well. And thank you. I love how you're giving back very important causes, and it feels good to be able to pay it forward. So I'm so thankful that you are stepping up and leading by example with that too. And thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you. It's been a delight. Always wonderful to see Janine, a dear friend, and Laura, beautiful and wonderful to make your acquaintance.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. Good luck with Exit Rich. I'm really excited about that.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. What a great title.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it when it gets kicked off.
Thank you.